Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Two Hands in a Radio, where we take a look at inexpensive shortwave radios and other weird, crazy stuff. Don't know why I suddenly had this image of that Jeep television radio thing flash through my head. Anyway, I digress. All right, very first thing, let's get the business out of the way first. My analytics tell me that the average view time or whatever is like 5 minutes and 26 seconds. So I have to talk really quick, and this would explain why nobody ever gets to the end of the video, I guess. If you like this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. That's important. Make sure you hit the little bell beside that, and you'll get notified whenever a new video comes up, usually Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Try to do the best we can. And also down under the description box, there's a really important link where you can help support the channel and donate through PayPal. Whether it's $1, $2, whatever, $10, whatever amount you feel like you want to donate, all that money goes to buy new radios. If you look at the amount of videos I've done and you start figuring the price on everything, this channel is a lot of money. And the only way I can keep it going is for people to donate. And you say, but two hands, $1 is not going to do anything for you. Well, if 500 people did that, I'll let you do that math too. All that money goes to buy new radio, buy different radios to bring content to the channel. And with past the plate out of the way, now let's get into the message. This is an oddball one. Not oddball, it's strange. I can't find any information on it. Sangean basically says it doesn't even exist. We've looked at the Sangean SG-622. This is the Sangean SG-631. There's no manual, there's no date of manufacture. Radio Museum has nothing on it. Sangean has nothing on it. So this is an odd one. Still a cool little radio. I got it for $16.90 on eBay, $8 shipping. So we're kind of right in that $20 range that we always look at. It measures, as I get my notes out, 6.5 inches across from knob to side here, 3 3/4 inches tall, 1.5 inches thick, 26-inch antenna, nice size. And the thing that I really thought was unique, it's got an analog dial, it's got a digital display up here. Hopefully you can see it in the sunshine. I can't see it very well today. Digital display, but it's really the digital display is just the clock portion of it. It's a clock, alarm, sleep function, all kind of stuff. Without a manual, it's a little interesting to try to figure out how to set that. I've tinkered around with it as best I can. And it's got the date up here. I don't know if you can see that or not. 6/28/18. 947, of course, that it thinks it's New York. I don't know if you can change that. I think New York's the standard for Eastern Standard Time. I don't think I can get anything closer than New York, but I couldn't figure out how to change it. So really, this top section here is just all clock functioned. Very, very interesting. Down the bottom here, we have just a good old-fashioned AM/FM shortwave radio, analog dial. Been playing with this yesterday, just trying to figure out the top portion of it. And this is not the sharpest knife in the block. And I think that's because the age of it. I don't know the age. When I fired it up, got batteries in it, it defaulted to January 1st, 1990. So, yeah, I don't know. But given the age of it, the insides get weak and worn out a little bit, and so it may not be the most sensitive and selective radio on earth, but it's still fun to look at, still fun to tinker around with. On the right hand side we have a lock button that we can lock the clock and things so you don't bang it around and change stuff. Tuning wheel makes a little noise, kind of got a little squeaky noise to it, but I think that's just age. Volume wheel. Backside we've got a really nice UTC time clock, and it turns into a kickstand where we can hold it. Holds it at a nice angle for us to see. Holds 4 AA batteries, so it's got some heft to it. On the left hand side, I had to think for a second, left hand, right hand, something like that. We've got a stereo mono switch, headphone jack. The stereo is just for the headphone jack, and a DC adapter, which isn't included. On the top, it gets a little more complicated. 26-inch antenna. We've got our band switch here. We all know that. That's easy. FM, medium wave, wherever you want to go. What's very nice is when you change this, you know, you've heard me talk in previous videos about, something that'll indicate exactly where you're at. The digital display will tell you whether you're medium wave, FM, shortwave 1, shortwave 2, on and on and on. So that's really handy. We have 3 little, they take a paper clip to push. I don't know about the little sunny face. I have no idea what that is. DMMD, I finally had to tinker around with that, and that will set it for like June 28th, 2018, or 28th June 2018. You can, whatever your format is that you follow. H-set, no idea what that is. Didn't do anything, just beeps at me and I don't see any changes, so I guess it's not too important. This button is for, you can wake to the radio or wake to the alarm. I don't know if this has the HWS, the Humane Wake System. Sangean invented this Humane Wake System that when your alarm goes off or the radio comes on, it starts at almost 0 volume and just gradually builds up, rather than, that alarm clock that goes off and always scares you. They've developed that. It's kind of a neat system. I don't know if this has it or not. The sleep button is here. Display light is the little green button here. You won't be able to see it. I'm barely able to see it at night. It's 1 bulb in the side here that lights up. Still kind of cool. We've got 2 clocks. We can set it for a world clock somewhere, wherever we want to go, and our home time. Country, we can set a country. Memory, it doesn't have station memory. I'm guessing that you could set different world times into your memory and recall those, I believe. Select button is just for time settings, alarms, and that, and your adjust buttons are for the hours and minutes and cities and all that stuff. And I think we're about ready to dive into this thing head first. I don't know. Last night wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it was fun to look at anyway. We fire it up and we're in FM right now. Already it's doing better than it did last night. I thought it might do a little better outside. It's still pretty deaf. There's a local station. We can't hover on those too long. Dear YouTube gets all wigged out. All right.
QMix musical. Brought to you by Forcia and Right. July 3rd. Add it to your calendar now. QMix 107.3.
Really got a great audio for this. Sangean audio. I mean, it's just stellar. It does have a little tuning light here. When you finally hit it just right, it'll light up. Very handy. Let's go to AM, medium wave. And it tells you there on the display that's where we're going. And let's just see what we can find. And it's 9:53 in the morning, not going to be much.
Everything is.
There's probably Cincinnati.
I think that when we really drill down to it and think of what that'll look like.
Blinds.com is.
When I was there, giving everybody
There's our local station.
over to Justice and Rehnquist, and my mother was like, they loved.
That's a great price.
If you love cars, I have the show for you.
It's not bad for daytime stuff.
Time to take that test because it's. Three free phones.
Yeah, it's not bad at all for daytime. And let's just see where we want to go. Shortwave 1. Go all the way over. We'll start down at the bottom since it is morning. And we'll just kind of thumb through on the shortwave. You see it tells me shortwave 1, tells me the meter, 49 meter. Kind of handy. Not sure what we're going to get into. It didn't seem like it was the most sensitive thing on earth yet last night. We'll get a couple of channels here. Let's just keep moving here. Not much. Oh, what was it? Yeah, 9.9. I would have hoped WWV had been up in there someplace, but it just doesn't quite cover that far. You can hear that tuning wheel kind of squeak a little bit. That's just age. Oh, that's special. Doesn't do too bad. You know, I mean, you can. There's a lot better radios out there just because of the age on this one. Yeah, 15, 10, 5 megahertz. None of them are really on here. And now we're way up. 16 meter band is probably not much, and 13 meter is even less. Be a good place if you can hear that tuning wheel squeak. It's like a creaky door at times. Still a cool little radio. I really like this, and I like the fact that as I dug down into this and tried to find the history on it and tried to find the owner's manual on it and tried to educate myself halfway on this thing, there is nothing, absolutely nothing on it. If anybody has any links to anything that can provide some information for it, I would love to know. I'm going to say early 90s maybe. Early 90s, like 1990, maybe even earlier than that, I don't know. Very, very cool little radio. Really like this thing. And there again, it's not a radio that you really want to rate, because if somebody could find another one of these, it could perform spectacular or it could perform terrible just because the age of all the innards and all the resistors and diodes and transistorized tweeter stuff or whatever. Yeah, it's just a cool radio. and been fun to look at, and just want to have a little fun this afternoon. Well, not this afternoon, this morning, before it gets too hot. Need to have a little fun, and been a rough summer. So, with that, I hope you enjoy this. And if you've made it all the way to 15 minutes, I'm proud of you. You're 3 times the average. And yeah, I give it a thumbs up if you like it. Comment on it, whatever. Yeah, you're all appreciated. Hope you have a great day. Get out and enjoy. Just pick up a radio someplace and twist the knob and just see what's out there. There's a lot more out there than you think. I guarantee there's more out there than you think. And we'll see you at the next review.